because now I am on the final chapter that I want to discuss. There are other 2-3 more chapters in the book, but I will leave them. I'm just going to close at the chapter Self-Transformation to World Transformation. That is from within us, bringing the change within us, how we are working towards global transformation, global peace, joy, prosperity, happiness. What are we doing? So definitely Life and Multiverse is a very deep book. You have to go within. You don't have to run around looking for material and research. You have to just read the book, understand what Bapuji is trying to share and what information he has given through his divine knowledge and wisdom, his presence in the cosmos. That's huge. That's huge. And when you get into soul conscious state, viewers, you will find subtle changes happening to your own self with that recognition and understanding of the book itself. And you're able to focus more in your meditative practices. You are going to consciously work towards self-improvement in your daily life, your daily interactions, your daily work, your daily thinking process, moment to moment. So this book, in fact, in this chapter, it's the conclusion to the entire spiritual journey in a way. That is, and it conforms to the point that it is not the end, but at this point, it is the beginning where we start doing the work within ourselves. It's the beginning of your step into the world of higher destiny. It's an eternal world from within. And it boldly declares a universal truth. The transformation of the world cannot take place unless and until the individual soul transforms itself, unless and until I as a soul haven't done the work within. I cannot do anything. I am powerless without that inner work. Self-transformation is not just a step towards liberation. It is the only key to world transformation. Many ascended masters, spiritual teachers, sages have provided information in bits and pieces. They have shared it with humanity, but they have not given the profound knowledge that to bind it together and give detailed insight into every single aspect of your own creation. That is so important. To know yourself, you need to go into the depth from where you are. Just saying that you are from one consciousness is something which has been said so many times in so many spiritual texts, that there is one consciousness. But what is that consciousness, and at what level is that consciousness we are talking about? So Bapuji has gone to the extent that he has explained various levels of creation, various levels of supreme consciousness, supreme abode that people are talking about, ascended masters are talking about. So you get to know at what level you are, where is your drive and your consciousness leading you to. The world, as we know, is merely a reflection of the collective vibrations of the souls inhabiting it. It's from the simplest example is, like they say that if a group in a class is doing something awkward, is antisocial, you will have a few of those group mates who are antisocial. They bring that character. So if there is a team of people who are always trying to help others out, there are members in that team who are doing that action, who are performing that action, who are living that action to serve others. So that is how the vibration is spreading to help others. The negativity, sorrow, and chaos we see around us are manifestations of the internal disharmony within human beings. It also starts from within one person, because a person who is not in harmony or in tune with his own inner or her inner consciousness will not be able to blend well in any group because they are not at peace within themselves. There could be other reasons also. They are not at peace. They are seeking information, but there is a way to look at that. They will have to go within to look what's not aligning with their soul consciousness. Therefore, any attempt to change the world without addressing the soul's inner condition is like building a house on sand. The real work begins within always, at all times. And Bapuji redefines transformation in this chapter not as a philosophical or a moral concept, but a complete shift in composition of our being. This is very important as Bapuji has tried to identify various behaviors and habits that that stop transformation, that hold you back. So I would highly encourage people to watch his videos. There are so many videos in English as well. There are more than 2,500, 3,000 videos on their YouTube channel. There's another sister channel that has got a 10-day program that also is a free 10-day program. Barely you spend about half an hour to 40 minutes each day and take lessons in this. Life in Multiverse is also discussed in that. So definitely you have a lot of options to learn and to self-improve. Do the work, take the steps to change within. Transformation means evolving from a body made of 5 physical elements of earth, water, fire, air, and ether to a being made of supreme light and supreme subtle elements. It is not a metaphorical change. It is a literal metaphysical evolution of the soul into its divine light body. It is like a practical guide. It is a practical guide to get back into soul consciousness. And every aspect of human nature has been discussed. Their past, their their heritage, and the complex mechanisms that make the person who they are. This is the hidden meaning of self-transformation, to go into those complex areas and to move from the veiled human state to an awakened angelic state of being while still being alive in this 5 elemental human body. One must become the embodiment of the Supreme Father, the Almighty Authority. The mind, character, behavior, thoughts, speech, and action must reflect the divine qualities of the source itself. However, merely wishing for transformation is not enough. Even if the Supreme Father showers his divine light upon the soul, it cannot absorb it unless the soul is ready itself. And unless the soul has purified itself from within. If the coverings of ignorance, ego, attachment, and karma remain, the light will simply bounce off or be absorbed by the elemental layers rather than changing the soul itself. Therefore, this chapter 18 introduces a powerful concept of yoga, not as a ritual, not as a daily altar activity, not as a religious act, but as the supreme inner connection with the incorporeal, blissful light form of the Supreme Father. Through sustained remembrance, visualization, and affirmations, one must continuously stay connected to the portrait, the chitra of the Supreme, in order to receive the divinity of the incorporeal, that is the vichitra, means a signature principle of the Behad Yoga. As the soul strengthens this connection, a remarkable inner transformation takes place. It begins. The subtle body, causal body, eventually the supreme subtle body begins to awaken and change. This ignites the formation of the soul's inner light body, an invisible body of divine mobility and power that allows ascension beyond constraints of time, space, and karma. The inner light body is the seed of the soul's future divine form, an angelic being or farishta. The soul then becomes capable of ascending dimensions, merging within divine realms and participating in the grand transformation of the multiverse. So, self-transformation, therefore, is not a passive activity. It is an active, conscious, and sacred discipline. It requires one to live like a karma yogi, a person who is doing his daily activities and duties, acting in the world without attachment, constantly remembering the Almighty, offering each thought and deed to the Supreme. In this way, the inner fire of divinity burns away. Karmic residues and negativity clears the path for soul ascension. All this darkness just leaves the body, it just gets transmuted. And it is interesting how it gets transmuted. It is the power of this divine source that's affecting your subtle systems, your inner soul consciousness. Here, it is also highlighted that the most beautiful transformative power of love, not ordinary love, but unconditional love, unflinching divine love for the Almighty Authority, has been discussed and explained explicitly in detail. It is this love, Bapuji says, that is the true fuel for transformation. It breaks the chains of karma, destroys the roots of ego, and invites divine grace into every aspect of one's being. Love is not conditional. That is one thing that is very important for us to remember, that, a person is doing all the right things, but is stuck and constantly remembers that, okay, if this thing is done, I take the next step forward. That becomes very conditional. This is just one normal day-to-day example. There could be many others. You have to decipher for yourself that what conditions are you putting on your own soul self, what conditions. Unconditional love is not distracted by anything that's happening around. When a soul reaches this state of surrender and transformation, its aura begins to change. It no longer emits vibrations of fear, anger, or desire. As I just mentioned, it's a desire. Resentment is another thing, but if it no longer emits all these lower vibrations, it will radiate supreme peace, divine love, and cosmic light. These vibrations affect the collective atmosphere of the planet, helping to, kind of raise the collective consciousness. This is how the individual self-transformation leads to world transformation. There is a flower, certain flowers emit a lot of strong fragrance. They are just there, but the fragrance spreads around the room the moment you bring it. So this is how from that one spot from within affects the collective consciousness. Finally, Bapuji makes a very powerful declaration that this is the final hour. Time is now, and time is now the teacher. The Supreme Father has already delivered the knowledge as a teacher. Now the circumstances on earth will awaken the souls who delay. He has already delivered the knowledge as a teacher. He has been teaching right from 1997. And then in some recent years, his divine presence and visions were manifested in the form of a book, and we are presenting the book. I'm just able to provide little bit of insight, but this is just a drop, not even a drop in the ocean. It's just to encourage people to see for themselves, read for themselves, and see what it is like. And this book, and in particular, chapter 18 of this book, is both a prophecy and a call to action. It is a roadmap for every infinite Behad soul to realize their divine potential, activate their inner light body to become instruments for global transformation. It calls upon every awakened soul not just to meditate in silence, but to radiate supreme peace that is Paramshanti, into the world and serve the divine plan. The future belongs to the souls who will actually transform, and the future is now happening now. It's already begun. So let's make an attempt to read the book, and please, I encourage all the listeners to definitely download the free book that is available on the website of paramshanti.org. And you can also write to them, you can email them. The contact information is there. I will provide the contact information again in the description box below. And I hope you have enjoyed the series on this book on life in multiverse with me. And thank you for being with me all the time. And if you have liked all the videos, please do like and subscribe to our channel, and do share these videos with others so that they also get to know about the book and the vision of Bapuji Dashrathbhai Patel through his book, Life in Multiverse. Thank you, listeners. Thank you for being with me all the time. If you have liked all the videos, please do like and subscribe to our channel, and do share these videos with others so that they also get